Welcome guys to Sunnyside TV, and today we are doing another sunny review of Super Tennis Blast from Unfinished Pixel. And Super Tennis Blast is an arcade tennis game with 3 different modes, a few mini games sprinkled in the mix, and an awesome little character creation with the ability to play 4 players local co-op, doing singles and double matches in Quick Play and Super Blast mode. In Super Blast mode, you have 2 modes within, with one being called Crazy Court, in which the size of the tennis court evolves and expands or even shrinks in size, making it unpredictable mid-match as to where the court moves and where you hit the ball. Then you have Living Net, in which the court will also expand and decrease in size, but the fun twist here is that the walls come up during the middle of the match, making it for like this on your toes action where you have to like make sure you're aiming and timing your shots correctly to not hit these walls. And it just kind of makes this, like this all-around fun twist on a regular match that I really enjoyed. For the mini games, they are a test of your tennis skill with 5 different mini games, ranging from like a soccer like mini game to testing your serving capabilities, running full sprints, testing your backhand and forehand, and even aiming across the court. But I think the biggest thing that I enjoyed the most from Super Tennis Blast was the World Tour mode, aka career mode, in which you take your awesome newly created avatar, or you can choose a pre-made avatar, to rise up the tennis ranks while building up your character's skill and power, forehand, backhand, speed, and serving. You go on a week-by-week basis in which you choose a tournament you want to participate in to rank up the ladder, or you can choose on any given week to instead train a specific stat like your power or your serve with one of the mini games covered earlier in the review. And as you go week by week participating in these tournaments, they can range from like a 16 to a 24 to even a 32 player tournament. You'll slowly go up in rank. You'll build up the skill points at the end of these tournaments. Now if you win, you get more points to put in your character, but I liked that if I wanted to take the AI skill level and raise the difficulty higher and lose matches more consistently and look for a challenge, that I could see my character still progress, win or lose, and the options of going through the mini games as an alternate to build my character, I thought personally was a really nice touch. Now as you're going through the ranks, there's this huge 200 player field you're battling out for the top spot, and I loved how in this screen you could see the character's wins and losses for his career tournament wins and titles. Oh, and by the way, each character has its own unique avatar, which kudos to Unfinished Pixel to have this level of detail with all this huge list of characters they have here. There's also this neat added depth in the World Tour mode, in which you can't participate in just every single tournament without repercussions. If you end up playing every single week, your character will be fatigued and he'll run out of stamina. At that point, your player has a chance to get injured, which then in turn can knock you out for some time and miss some tournaments and the ability to continually improve your character. So you have to like somewhat plan ahead in which tournaments to participate and be fully rested for, as some tournaments can actually further your advancement in the rankings versus some of the lower tier tournaments. As for some of the things that I think I would have liked to have seen improved in the World Tour mode, I would have liked to have seen possibly a living, breathing world in which I move from tournament to tournament, maybe the ability to talk with rivals, or to just see my avatar run around to go do his drills or get some rest. I think that would have added a bit of a touch of personal love for your avatar versus just kind of going off just plain old menus, which I know can be a bit quicker for gameplay, but I think I would have liked to have seen a little bit of a breathing world, even if it's just something simple and plain and just basic. But I think it would have added a really nice touch to the World Tour mode and a bit of feeling more immersed with your character as well. With all that said, as for the gameplay itself, I loved how smooth it felt and how easy I was able to pick up the controls right away, with your A button being your top spin, B button for your flat hit, Y as your backspin, and X being used for your drop shot or your lob shot. If you're a veteran of tennis games like I am, you'll easily be able to pick this up and feel right at home with the controls. But if you're not, there's this very awesome, cool little tutorial that teaches you everything you need to know on how each of the shots work and how the general mechanics of the game works. But one cool thing that I liked was the timing of the shots. When you're actually volleying back and forth, there's a precise time in which the game will reward you if you time your hits correctly, and you'll hit a good top spin or a weaker top spin depending on if you hit it with perfect timing or bad timing. I like this aspect because while everything else is very simple to pick up, this kind of will separate you from your opponent, whether it be the AI on a higher difficulty or your buddy on the couch. You'll want to learn how to like time and precisely time your shots to really control the flow of the game to your advantage. Personally, I love the art style of the game. It has a cartoony look, but I do love how colorful it all looks. I liked how every single character you'll run into will be unique and personal, and each having their own names and stats. The game doesn't have much of a soundtrack, but one nice thing that I liked, a nice little touch Unfinished Pixels did, was go ahead and add achievements, something a little extra to aim for, and that's something they didn't have to do, so I like that little touch that they added there. All in all, I enjoyed my time with Super Tennis Blast. It reminded me a bit of Mario Tennis from Game Boy Color and my Mario Tennis Power Tour days. It gave me a little bit of that feeling back from those games I enjoyed, with a cool little career/world tour mode, the cool and fun Super Blast mode, and the ability to just pick up the game and have a nice, cheaper, high quality alternative to a couch co-op tennis game. So for me, the game gets a 7 out of 10. I think I would have given it an 8 or even a 9 out of 10 if it had an online and online rankings, which in my opinion is the biggest thing missing from this game. But ultimately, I enjoyed my time with Super Tennis Blast. It has a good amount of single player content with the World Tour mode and the cool ability to be a fun couch co-op game. But that will be it for me, guys. Thank you for watching the review. If you guys could do me a huge favor and consider smashing that like button, consider subbing to the channel if you're new, and check out my Patreon. That extra support gives me the ability to continue to do more reviews and gameplay videos. Also, watch my live streams on the channel for game giveaways, eShop card giveaways, which I do for the higher tier Patreon supporters. That happens every Friday. But that's going to be for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a sunny day.